Hey guys, thanks for joining us. My name is Jay. I'm a realtor with the Shankarala team at eXp Realty, and I'm excited to be interviewing Keven Hernandez, the owner and barber at Dapper's Union. He studied at the old school barber academy in Skorum in Europe, in Rotterdam, and he does an awesome job. I think it's pretty awesome that he studied over there, and he does a great job. I'm actually sporting a cut like Keven now. I think it, looks pretty good. What do you think, Keven? Still looks good?
It looks fantastic. It grew out very nice.
Okay,
You style it well, so it helps.
Well, thank you. And anyway, I'm excited to get to know him and do this interview with him. How's your day been today?
Our day's been fantastic, man. Other than being a little overcast, it's been nice.
It has been a little gray the last couple days.
Not too cold though, not too windy, so that's good, right?
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So, what's unique about your barbershop, Dapper's Union?
I'd have to say, working at different barbershops as I came up, would be that I'm by myself. It's a solo project, it's a solo thing, and you don't see that. It's rare you see that. Nowadays, mostly there's 5 or 6 chairs, and then there's a bunch of TVs everywhere. There's no TVs anywhere. It's just music and old school art, old school stuff, and just keep it as old school as we can. But with technology nowadays, we need some technology, and therefore we get the good speakers and the music going on. But other than that, I think it's that one-on-one time that I give the clients. Everyone gets an hour, whether we finish in an hour or we don't finish an hour. Sometimes we go over an hour, sometimes we finish before an hour. That way, I think it feels that the person feels, it's a lot more personable, and can give a good consultation in as well within that time, and then that way we can communicate well and get a good haircut.
Good. Okay. Yeah. And then, so what made you decide you wanted to start your own barbershop?
Of course, it has to do with what I was doing before. It was a career change for me. Something that I could go to school for and finish pretty quickly and be able to work for myself. I gave myself a 5-year plan, and I did it in 6 years. And I just the dream is always to work for yourself,
Oh yeah.
That way you can make your own schedule, do whatever you want, you take the time off you need to, and kind of just be happy doing what you're doing, And I'm extremely happy doing what I'm doing. I don't think I'd want to do anything else. I love my job, and I think that's what makes it a little easier for me. And then just trying to study and educate myself as much as possible. That's probably what's really important. To not be one-dimensional in the haircutting.
Yeah, sure. Sure, that makes sense. And then, so you brought up your clients earlier about how you always give everybody an hour and everything else.
Yeah.
What do you think is one thing that your clients would say that they love about this shop that you started and have done well with?
I think they like the atmosphere, definitely, and the experience, because that's what it is. It's coming in, being able to have a beer. I have beer on tap, and be able to talk. I introduce all the clients to the other clients if someone's waiting. We got a couch, we got some stools and whatnot, and it allows everyone to kind of go back into that old school way. When you go to the barber shop, you'd hang out. I don't really watch the news. I get all my information from my clients.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's like, I know who's coming when I look at my books. So I know who's going to give me what information, and it's pretty tricky. I don't watch the news, and I get all my information from the clients. So yeah, so I think that one-on-one and I think they just they love the atmosphere. And I purchased the barber shop from another gentleman that was here for about 30 years. His name was Andy Rivera. It was called Hair by Andy. And he looked like 1970. He had old stuff in here, and the lighting was not that great. So when I changed it over, they were like, "Dude, you made it so much more classier and just more inviting." And that's what I think they like about the spot. So
yeah, it is super inviting here. It's pretty cool.
Thank you.
And then, you were talking about how just it's a good spot to hang out, and it really is.
Yeah.
And part of that's definitely you. You're very personable.
Thank you.
I
try to
get along with. So yeah.
I have my days though. We all do.
Everybody does. It's very true. Very true. And so what? You're right here on Lighthouse in Monterey.
Yes.
It's a great spot. And what do you love about being here in this spot, and also being just on the Monterey Peninsula in general?
Honestly, it has a lot to do with me working in the front at Pistons and Pearls with Sarah Barnett. I was there for 2 years. It was probably the best barbershop I worked at. You know, it was really it was a lot of fun. And I think from there, I came back and I would eat my lunch on the bench, and I introduced myself to Andy, and then we hit it off and we became buddies, and we would talk, and just, you know, from there it just turned into a good relationship, and we're still friends. He still stops by, and that was it. And then when I moved in, you know, even before that, when I was in the front, I would always talk to all the neighbors, because there's an apartment upstairs, there's an apartment in front of, on top of Pistons, there's an apartment on top of the Indian restaurant, and then there's apartments right across the way here, as you can see.
Yeah.
And then we got a bunch of other individual stores here, and I mean, it's like a little community back here, because I'm kind of tucked in the back. So I try to make it kind of like a speakeasy of haircutting. I mean, there's only one little sign over there. Don't have any other signs anywhere else, so you'd have to kind of find it. You know, it's almost like a game, like finding Waldo, right?
Yeah.
You know, 'cause my social media presence is very, very low and limited. So yeah, I think that's what it is. I mean, it's like a community back here. We all know each other by name. We all know what car we drive. You know, if there's a problem or something, you know, someone will tell me, hey, someone dropped something off, and your friend doesn't text me, or someone came looking for you and whatnot. So we all communicate with each other. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Even the neighbors, I pretty much know everyone by name. So
Okay, yeah, that's something, a great spot
yeah,
to be.
yeah, definitely.
Cool.
And I mean, come on, 2 blocks from Cannery Row.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just go around the corner and everything's here. The sushi places, Sakura's with Kazu. You know, I grew up here, so it's something that I enjoy being. You know, now I'm actually part of the community instead of, you know, I still spend money here, but now I'm getting money as well. So it's pretty cool to be able to get it and then give it back.
Yeah.
You know, so I always eat my lunch around here instead of bringing my lunch. That way we can keep these businesses
Okay.
going. You know,
Yeah.
so just
That's
try to
cool.
spread it out. You know,
Yeah, sure. No, that's cool. And what do you like about being on the Monterey Peninsula? Not necessarily with business, but personally as well. What do you like about it?
you know, I was born in Los Angeles. I came here when I was about a year old, so I've been here for a long time. We won't talk about age, but I've been here for a long time. So it's all I know, and I've never wanted to go anywhere else, man. I've always wanted to be here. I always wanted to open a business. My dad has a body shop in Seaside, so I saw him with his business. I just didn't want to do something, you know, like that. I worked for him for a while, and it wasn't my thing. You know, I wanted to do something a little different. So, yeah, man, I just love it here. Being by the ocean, smelling the ocean, being able to walk to the ocean. I've never left the Monterey Peninsula. You know, I've lived all around. So I don't think I ever will be. You know, I want to be here probably until my old days. It's a good place to grow up and a good place to retire. So, you know.
Yeah, that it is for sure.
It's beautiful.
Alrighty. Well, is there anything else you think that everybody needs to know about Dapper's Union?
Well, you know, Dapper's Union is by appointment only, so you need to call me. You can make an appointment. I usually say schedule about a week out because I get booked up pretty quick. And you'll love, even if you just want to stop by and say what's up, check out the spot. You don't even have to get a haircut, you know. Come by and say hi, and you know, check out the place. Good place to hang out. And now that this COVID thing is kind of done, now we can have more people in here hanging out like I used to have. Because after that mayhem, you know, hopefully things will come back to some type of normality. But I think the community did really good, you know. And yeah, I'm happy to be here, man. I'm happy to give a service that, you know, people smile and they're happy when they leave, and that's what it's about. It's not about me. It's about the clients, you know.
Cool. Well, thank you.
No, thank you.
And guys, come by and check out this place. He does a great job, and he's just awesome in general. So come by, say hi.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.